All right, so the gauge pressure in the tank you can get using the P equals gamma H, where you're given the H as 30.7 inches of mercury. So here's the equation for that. You take the 30.7 and I divided it by 12 to get it in feet of mercury, and then multiplied it times the specific weight of mercury using a specific gravity of 13.6 and the specific weight of water, and then divided by 144 to convert from pounds per square foot to pounds per square inch, giving you this value, 15.077. And I want you to either chat or speak up if you've got a question. So I don't want to work this and have you not understand what I'm doing. So please ask questions. We're given the atmospheric pressure, and they ask for the absolute pressure. So to get that, I take the gauge pressure in PSI and add it to the atmospheric pressure in PSI. Get the answer 29.47, and then do a unit conversion. The way I did it was to say that I took the pressure that I calculated, I divided it by 14.69 because I know that's atmospheric pressure in PSI, and then multiplied it times 101.3 because I know that's atmospheric pressure in kilopascals. So that's in effect a conversion from PSI to kilopascals, and I get this answer 203, which is the correct answer. All right, so that's question one. Now question two is the one that I've had several students ask me about. On a sea level standard day, a pressure gauge moored below the surface of the ocean. So imagine there is, and this is a very practical problem, I've done exactly this sort of thing. That is more a pressure gauge at a depth, and then use the pressure gauge. You read out pressure, but what you're really interested in is water level. And this is a way to do it. What you have to do is account for the air pressure in particular air pressure fluctuations. But on this particular day, it says that it's sea level standard day, and you're reading gauge pressure of 14.4 megapascals. So they have corrected for atmospheric pressure. There are pressure gauges that have a vent to the atmosphere, which they call it a vented water level meter. And those things read not absolute pressure, but gauge pressure. This one has read 1.4 megapascals. And the question is, how deep is the instrument? The equation we use is P over gamma. Since we're given the pressure as a gauge pressure, we don't have to subtract atmospheric pressure. We're also given the specific gravity of the water. So we can use that specific gravity and the gamma of water to get the gamma of our liquid. I guess it's sea level, or it's seawater. And so you take the gauge pressure that we're given, divide by the specific gravity, divide by the gamma of water to get the answer 139.5, which gives you 140, which is the correct answer. I think the people that I saw that were getting 129 were subtracting atmospheric pressure from this given pressure, and that gives you 129 instead of 140 meters when you do that. Somebody, who was it? Derek, right? Didn't you ask a question about this one? Is that what you did? Did you subtract off atmospheric pressure?
Yeah, I think so. I ended up getting 129. I don't have my notes with me right now. I'm not at my house, but yeah, I ended up getting 129.
Right, because
It was
if
like
we
129.3 or something is what I ended up getting.
we can try that. So let's say because
So you're
this is
saying the answer is 140 since it's 139.5?
Yeah, the answer is 140. And let's see what happens if we get in this calculation. So if we subtract off 101.3 times or e to the third, so that's pascals. Yeah, see, that's what happens if you subtract off atmospheric pressure, you get 129. The reason you don't subtract atmospheric pressure is it says that the pressure meter reads a gauge pressure of 1.4 megapascals.
Okay, yeah, that was my problem.
Okay. I had a couple of other people ask me questions about this. Are there other questions people want to ask? Okay. Well, that's all that we have time for today.